Before moving on to the series analysis, I would like to ask you a favor. You watch my videos but forget to subscribe. Subscribing to my channel is free. I would be happy if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you in advance. Friends, the calm before the storm in Kurulus Osman is over. Chaos is about to break loose. Osman Bay's greatest sorrow is turning into his most powerful vengeance. However, in this episode, an unexpected twist might change everything. Did Bala Hatun really die? Or did Halim Hatun alter fate and save her? Could Begum Hatun's treacherous scheme backfire? Believing Bala Hatun is dead, will Osman Bay unleash his wrath upon his enemy? How will the secret alliance between the Mongols and Byzantines unfold? This episode will test betrayal, loyalty, sacrifice, and the strength of Osman Bay. A Turk never bows to the enemy, and Osman Bay will rise from the flames with unstoppable fury. If you want to witness this great struggle moment by moment, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, and leave a comment. Remember, the stronger we stand, the greater Osman Bay's fight becomes. Now, let's unravel the clues of this epic tale. Take your stand, warriors. This battle belongs to all of us. Did Halim Hatun save Bala Hatun? The grand plan. The scene of Bala Hatun engulfed in flames deeply shook the audience in the last episode. Osman Bay was devastated when he witnessed this terrifying sight. But was the person caught in the fire really Bala Hatun? Did this treacherous plan take an unexpected turn? Or was Halim Hatun orchestrating a hidden rescue mission? Here's the shocking theory. Halim Hatun's secret rescue plan. If we examine the details closely, there was a crucial clue in the scene. Begum Hatun had placed 2 female guards outside the tent to ensure Bala Hatun could not escape. However, it is highly likely that Halim Hatun intervened and neutralized those guards. Then what happened next? Here's the unexpected twist. Halim Hatun switched Bala Hatun with someone else. She knew how deeply Osman Bay loved Bala Hatun and the lengths he would go to protect her. If Bala Hatun had truly perished in the fire, Osman Bay's fury would have signaled doom for all his enemies. To prevent this, Halim Hatun helped Bala Hatun escape and replaced her with one of Begum Hatun's own guards. Osman Bay, believing Bala Hatun was lost in the fire, will be overcome with sorrow. His cries of despair, "What have you done? How could anyone endure this cruelty?" will echo through the night. Halim Hatun's inner conflict. Though Halim Hatun may still struggle to recall her past, her conscience has guided her down the right path. Has she started questioning Sophia's orders? By saving Bala Hatun, she might have single-handedly ruined Sophia's grandest scheme. Begum Hatun's plan collapses. Begum Hatun had intended to eliminate Bala Hatun using fire, but her plan has failed. Bala Hatun is alive, and this shocking revelation will shake everything to its core. Begum Hatun, convinced that Bala Hatun had perished in the flames, believed her plan had succeeded. However, when she realizes the deception, everything will change. If Halim Hatun indeed saved Bala Hatun, and this truth comes to light, she will no longer be able to stand against Osman Bay. The critical question remains, will Halim Hatun regain her memories, or will Osman Bay see her once again as an enemy? According to this theory, Bala Hatun did not perish in the fire. Instead, a guard took her place. Osman Bay, believing he had lost Bala Hatun, will be consumed by grief. But Halim Hatun, listening to her conscience, prevented Osman Bay's greatest sorrow and inadvertently turned Sophia's grand scheme upside down. Do you believe Halim Hatun truly saved Bala Hatun? When will Osman Bay realize the truth? If this theory proves correct, it will be one of the most shocking twists in Kurulus Osman. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's witness this great reckoning together. The ominous red glow on the horizon. As the sun cast its final crimson rays over the K tribe, distant smoke clouds filled the sky, spreading unease. Whispers of a raging fire swept through the camp, igniting panic. Villagers gathered near the engulfed tent, their eyes filled with dread. Inside, the thick smoke obscured everything. The crackling flames roared, sending waves of heat through the air. Fear gripped everyone's heart. What if Bala Hatun was truly lost? At that moment, young Gotsi Alp's anxious eyes widened. Halim Hatun had appeared. She moved with determination, her gaze filled not with fear, but with unwavering resolve. 2 female guards stationed at the tent's entrance under Begum Hatun's orders prevented anyone from entering. But Halim Hatun, using the cover of chaos, slipped through an opening and plunged into the inferno. With each breath, she fought against the suffocating smoke, advancing with sheer courage. In a swift, calculated move, she struck down the guards and rushed inside. There, unconscious amidst the burning wreckage, lay Bala Hatun. The collapsing wooden beams threatened to bury them both as the fire painted the scene in a sinister red glow. Without hesitation, Halim Hatun lifted Bala Hatun onto her shoulders and navigated through the blazing ruin, emerging just before everything crumbled behind her. Meanwhile, Osman Bay, drawn by the scent of burning wood and the commotion, arrived at the scene just as the fire began to subside. But what he saw shattered him, a charred, unrecognizable body among the ashes. Whispers spread like wildfire. "It must be Bala Hatun," the murmured. Saad Aladdin Bey and Orhan Bey hesitated to approach, fearing the unbearable grief on their father's face. Osman Bey, knees buckling beneath him, clenched his fist, his eyes welling with unshed tears. "If I must live, let my enemies perish in my place," he whispered, his voice a silent promise of vengeance. Unbeknownst to everyone, Halim Hatun and Bala Hatun had already escaped the scene, hidden amidst the chaos. In a secluded corner, Halim Hatun tended to Bala Hatun, waiting for the right moment to reveal the truth. The fire of his anger was almost more intense than the actual flames. With a vow to leave no stone unturned and no head unsevered, Osman Bey declared his endless hatred towards his enemies. The people of the tribe fell into a deep silence as they absorbed his vow, unaware that Bala Hatun had miraculously survived the fire. Though little Ghazi Alp had grown suspicious about Halim Hatun's sudden disappearance, his fear kept him from speaking out. The prince's sons, Aladdin Bey and Orhan Bey, stood quietly in the background, overwhelmed by their father's grief. As the smoke began to clear, the people of the tribe, following Osman Bey's orders, carefully removed the burned body, their eyes filled with tears. The tragic scene seemed to symbolize the end of an era, yet the truth was far different. Halim Hatun had managed to rescue Bala Hatun from the fire and was now waiting in a distant corner for her to recover. Although injured, Bala Hatun was alive. However, Osman Bey, in his sorrow and rage, believed that his beloved had perished, and he had already ignited the fire of vengeance. The body that was assumed to be hers, who had been left behind in the flames, how had it come to resemble Bala Hatun? Like everyone else in the tribe, Osman Bey did not know the truth and, consumed by fury, vowed to punish his enemies. The only lingering question was when Osman Bey would learn that Bala Hatun was still alive. Would the fate of the K tribe be shaped by the way the secret was revealed? The ashes of the burned tent still smoldered, and Begum Hatun's plans remained uncertain. That afternoon was etched in the tribe's memory, filled with pain and anger. Yet, amidst the hurt, it was clear that a seed of hope had been planted. Loyalty, courage, and faith continued to be the keys to survival, even in the darkest moments. While the miraculous survival of Bala Hatun went unnoticed by everyone, Osman Bey was already preparing to charge at his enemies, driven by vengeance. Two separate paths, one of vengeance and the other of life, seemed destined to converge at some point. That question weighed heavily on everyone's heart, and they all vowed to wait in silence until the answer came. No matter how the winds of the world might blow, nothing could quell the rage in Osman Bey's heart, fed by the pain of his loss. But at the same time, no force could stop Halim Hatun from her determination to keep Bala Hatun alive. The second possibility revolved around Begum Hatun's fiery plan and the fate of Bala Hatun. As the afternoon sun cast its golden light over the K tent, a tense stillness blanketed the tribe. The flames, rising like a threat to the heavens, spread swiftly, scorching everything in their path. Begum Hatun, having trapped Bala Hatun in the tent, had set the fuse with a cold, cruel determination. As the flames rapidly consumed the tent, the few soldiers and tribe members standing outside watched in horror, too afraid to intervene. The violence in Begum Hatun's eyes and the strength in her wrist were palpable. Inside, despite the thick smoke, Bala Hatun made a final effort to reach the door, only to be stopped by Begum Hatun. Soon, she collapsed in the suffocating darkness, unable to breathe. The sound of the fire hissing and the crackling of the burning would fill the air. Poor Bala Hatun, surrounded by a wave of flames, closed her eyes and gave up her soul.